Well, right now, the mayor says the city and FEMA are in discussions about whether or not buyouts of some properties in floodplains are a possibility. See, right now, we're only a couple hundred feet away from Bray's Bayou. Hundreds of apartment complexes here have been damaged by this flooding. You can see some of the debris down the street, and it's not the first time this has happened. So the big question now is what to do with all of these families, many of whom are limited income, in a city where affordable housing is in short supply. That's definitely the scenario we found with one of the residents here. Her name is Angela. Her apartment took on several feet of water during this weekend's storms. She tells us she was rescued by boat after clinging to the top of a table inside the laundromat for hours. She was left with just the clothes on her back. Now, 4 days ago, she says she and others, like at many complexes around town, got a letter telling her to be out in 5 days. That way the complex could begin remediation on her unit, which was a total loss. Now, while she tries to figure out her future, the mayor says the city and FEMA are trying to work on the future of properties like this one that are inside of the floodplain.
It's a lot of people that lives was really saved that could have lost their life. So I don't think they should have anybody by this bayou. No one.
One of the reasons why those apartment units keep being rehabbed is because there's not sufficient housing availability for, affordable housing. So you have to increase your supply in order for people to transition from one unit to the other.
And the mayor says the shelter that has been housing thousands over the last week at the George R. Brown Convention Center will probably come down sometime next week. Now, he says he is urging any complex owners that have vacant units, whether on that same property that got flooded or another property, to try to move those flood victims into those units. He says they really want to try to work with them as much as possible. But he says ultimately whatever lease people signed, that is the contract. Standing for Houston, I'm Adam Bennett with KHOU.